Yo, what's good, everybody? We got another Beers with Barton, and it is Sunday, May 10th, 2026. Hope everyone had a good weekend. It's back to reality tomorrow. Well, it is Mother's Day today, but that is not everything this video will be about. I intended to do this video last night. I got back in town last night, and I just didn't get to it. I ended up falling asleep outside on the patio, which was awesome. And then, whatever. But today was Mother's Day, and I think it was a great day. I don't get to spend time with my mom because she's still in San Francisco, and I'm here in Charlotte, North Carolina, but did get to FaceTime with her earlier today, which was really nice. So that was good. And Mrs. Beers with Barton got to spend time with her mom, and Michaela got to spend time with Jess. So we went to a movie. I actually saw The Devil Wears Prada, the second movie, 20 years later. I forgot how funny the first one was. The second one was good, but it was just nice. So we all went, including Jess's dad, got lunch, watched the movie. They came back here for a little bit to check out the new patio and have a drink. So I think Jessica really enjoyed that. She seemed happy, and so that's good. So, of course, happy Mother's Day. Sad that I didn't get to spend time with my mom, but I don't usually because she lives over 3,000 miles away. But being able to talk to her on FaceTime was nice, and she got to catch up with Michaela some too. So wasn't a bad day. But this video is more about my weekend escapades, which I got home yesterday afternoon. Worst best friend was in Cherokee, North Carolina. It was about 3 hours from me. It was a World Series of Poker event. He plays poker. And so he went up Wednesday night because I think his tournament started at 10 a.m. on Thursday. So he went up Wednesday. He was there. I actually headed up. He invites me all the time. He goes 2 or 3 times a year, and I almost never go. Every once in a while I may go. And it's really not my scene. I mean, gambling's fine. I like playing poker, but it's really just not my thing. I don't really like playing, cash games, poker in a big tournament. I like playing with 6 buddies for $20. That's more my thing. But there weren't as many of the other poker guys that tend to go up there weren't planning to go or on different schedules. So I said, I think I can make it work. I kind of needed a day or two away anyway. For everyone, life's stressful, it's busy, and just getting time away. And it was really going to be, he's going to play cards all Thursday, and at that point, Friday, he didn't really have a plan to play cards, or at least not all day, so we could just kind of hang. So I'm like, this sounds good. So I went up Thursday. I left about mid-afternoon. I got up there about dinner-ish time. He was still playing cards, so I grabbed a room key, got settled, caught up on emails, and then he was playing cards. So he didn't know how long he'd play, if he'd get knocked out, or how the tournament would go, or what the breaks would be. So he ended up playing for a while. Excuse me, he did get a dinner break at one point, but it wasn't really a dinner break because it was only 15 minutes. So I just had some beers, walked around. I made a small sports, I can't remember what it was, a bet. It was maybe a hockey bet or NBA bet. Can't remember exactly what it was. It was a small bet. And just had dinner by myself, and then he ended up, unfortunately getting knocked out somewhat late on Thursday. So he came back to the room. I think we had a couple beers, and then, I had a call on Friday morning I needed to take. So we went to bed at a decent time. I don't remember exactly what it was, maybe midnight, whatever it was. And then Friday, got up about 9, went and got coffee, walked around outside. It was nice. My call actually ended up getting canceled or moved to Monday, which was cool. So we just, I worked for a little bit in the morning, and then we just kind of decided, what are we going to do? So we walked around for a while, and then we ended up going off-site about a mile down the road, grabbed some sushi, which was fantastic. And then we just kind of messed around, man. We had some drinks, ended up making, I had a really good feeling about the Montreal Canadiens beating the Sabres that night, and they did. So we bet that, and then ended up watching it that night at 7. Had some good drinks, played a new game to me called Baccarat, so I learned how to do that, played some slots, and then we're going to get dinner. It's about 5:15, so hey, let's get a nice dinner. Gordon Ramsay had a restaurant up there, so they open at 5, only for dinner, so we're going to go up there. Well, we're sitting there playing Baccarat, and Troy's teaching me the game. Like, it's really cool. It's like you bet 25 hand or 50, and he's telling me, and then towards the end, I ended up jumping in on one hand, winning like $50. It was just fun. It was cool. I appreciate learning. It's a fun game. It's easy. It's easy-ish to understand. It's really a 50-50. You're betting, whether the banker or the player wins, and it's, the dealer is both. So it's pretty cool. And then right when we're about to leave, this guy walks by the baccarat table and puts $1,000 down on, I think it was the banker. He loses, walks away. Doesn't even get, like, there's reward cards. We can get points and get comped. It just walks away. And we're all like, wow. Like, didn't even seem to faze him. Whatever. We end up going. And, what's it called? I don't remember if we did slots first, but we see the guy at the roulette table, and he's got all these stacks, and he's betting all this crazy stuff. He's talking to the dealer, the pit boss. Like, he wasn't rude. He was just had a system, was confident, whatever it was. So we're just kind of watching him and, like, trying to figure it out. I think he ended up winning some money. I don't really know. And so Troy gets in, he starts playing, boom, 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 would win one, would lose, would win, would lose. Like, it went on for a while, and he was down. I won't lay his business out there, but he was down some money. So I'm like, hey man, let's cut ties. Let's not compound this shenanigans. Let's go get some good dinner. We can come back and play games all night. We don't have anything to do. And he, like, I want to make one last bet. I'm like, all right, whatever. Roulette happens fast, so he did all his bets. And the way roulette works is you got to place your bets down, and they put the ball in there, and it rolls, I think, once or twice, and then they'll say no more bets. So you have, a very fine window once it starts, like a couple seconds, really. And he had, I think $15 left, because he'd placed all his bets and was like, what number? And I'm like walking away at this point, because I'm like, let's go check out dinner. This is your last hand. He hadn't been running good, so I assumed he was going to lose. So he yells, what number? And I'm just like, 31. No reason for it. 31's not my favorite number. It's 15. It's not a number that I bet, like a 7 or a 3 or a 49 because of the 49ers, or a 25 because of Barry Bonds, or a 16 because of Joe Montana. None of that. I just yelled 31. I'm not even near the table. Like, I'm 10, 15, 20 feet away, so I'm not even looking. Just yelled 31. Thing goes, bam, it hits 31. And he basically, I think, definitely broke even and even won a little bit of money from his, from being down. And it was crazy. There's no reason why I said it at all. And of course, he was very happy. And most gamblers are, you can bet money, and then if you end up coming back and get even or close to even or win a little bit, it's kind of like a high, you know what I mean? Like, you didn't really win any money. You just kind of stopped the bleeding, but you got to gamble. So I know how that is. I definitely gamble from time to time, and I've definitely lost money and broken back even and been like, oh, it's great. It feels good. You feel like you won that money, which you didn't. That's just kind of how it works. So it's cool, man. We had a great dinner together, had some drinks, did some shopping. I got Jessica some Mother's Day gifts from Michaela. She did good. And then I think after that, I don't really remember what we did. Oh, actually, after dinner, I know what we did. We ended up going back to the room. He was going to talk to the boys. And it's like 8:30, and the game's at 7. Canadians are up 2-0 after one period, so we're feeling good. And we both fall asleep. I fall asleep first. He passes out because he didn't sleep great the night before. I wake up after a couple hours, and we'd hit the bet for the Canadians. And it was a good little bet, a couple $100 we won, more than a couple hundred. And I was like, man, I got to cash this in because I'm leaving the next morning. I'm trying to get on the road by like 9. I don't know when they open. But Troy used his rewards card because, that's way more beneficial for him to use his than me to use mine. I cannot wake him up. And I'm like, man, if I go down there and they ask for an ID or rewards card, like, I'm going to have to come back to the room. So I'm trying to wake him up. His son ends up calling him, waking him up. So we go down there, we cash in. It's great. One of Troy's buddies from high school was actually happened to be in town. Like, he's, a casino guy too. And they've been kind of missing each other for the last couple of days. Like, Troy's playing cards, this guy's doing something. He went fishing at one point. So, but he hadn't seen him since high school, probably 25 years. I guess they text a lot, but and so we end up. He's at one of the bars we're near, and it's like, close to 11. They end up, meeting super nice guy. Like, I really enjoyed talking to him. He was awesome. And they're like reminiscing and catching up. I'm watching the Giants game. I've thrown another small bet down on like an NBA game and the Giants. So I'm just kind of watching the game, having a beer, whatever. We're doing this, we're doing that, we're hanging out. And then it's getting kind of late-ish. It's probably 12:31-ish. And I'm like, man, I got to get up by like 8 at the latest and like kind of get on the road. So I'm kind of like, it's time to go. Well, we end up getting one more drink because they're still talking, and then we get hungry. It's like 2 o'clock, and there's only one spot open. It's this noodle place, and hibachi noodle type place. And so we go get in line. It's very small. They're open till 3. Just basically in the casino. I think they close for about an hour, like at 3 to 4. They kind of like, that's when they do their cash, kind of thing. So we finally get in line, have some really good food, enjoy the conversation. We weren't able to get any more drinks, which was probably good because they stopped serving at 2. But had some really good food, enjoyed like another hour or so together. I'm like, man, I got to get to bed. So it's like after 3 o'clock. I think Troy and I had brought some Eagle Rare, had a nightcap. We're just talking and having fun. Like, we're delirious because, I know I've got to get to sleep. He barely slept the night before, and then, the power nap. So we finally passed out, probably 4. So I set my alarm, I think, for 7:30, 8 and 8:30, or 8 and 8:30. I don't remember, but I kept hitting snooze a million times. Finally, at like 8:50, I'm like, man, I got to get up. Like, I got to hit the road. Like, I want to be on the road by 9 at the latest. So I know I'm already kind of behind. No big deal. Take like a nice shower. These rooms it's like a new, wing, whatever. Rooms are fantastic. So take this night. It's got like the water that comes straight down and it's fantastic. Wake me up. It's about 9:30-ish. I finished packing up, which I didn't have much. I was only there for 2 nights, like a day, and I had 36 hours really. 40 hours, but walk down, we get some coffee, which is perfect. Troy walks me to he walked me to my car like a gentleman. I get loaded up. I'm on the road a few minutes before 10. Great trip. Easy ride back. Drove for about 2 hours, and then need to use the restroom to get some food. So I stopped about an hour from here. This town just north of Statesville, and at a Chick-fil-A, use the bathroom, get some food. So I'm about an hour out. Well, it's a really busy town. And to get back to the freeway, I had to make a left, but you couldn't get out of the park, and you couldn't make across the yellow line. So like, it kicks me right. It ends up recalculating me and takes me through the country. It's like an extra 8-minute drive, but it was really cool. Like, back roads, not a lot of traffic. I see the lights. I'm watching the Canadians Sabres game. And I get home probably like 1:30-ish. Michaela had a sleepover with a friend, so Jess had taken them to the mall and to get lunch and to get taking them all over. Like, poor Jess is exhausted. So I get home like 10 minutes before they do, and they've been out all morning. So I got to see Michaela for a moment, then she's going back to her friend's house to have a sleepover at her house that night. So took the girls over there, quick catch up with her, and then Jess and I just kind of chilled. We caught up. It was good. Unpacked, did some laundry, all that good stuff, and then we ended up going and grabbing dinner. Playing Golden Tee, which is our favorite arcade game to play, and then came home, just caught up, stayed up way too late, watched Outlander. There's only one episode left. She went to bed. I stayed up to watch the MMA fights. Fell asleep out here on the patio. It was nice. And then slept inside for a while. And then we had a great Mother's Day. We got up, went and picked Michaela up about 10:30, and went to church. It was a great message. We caught the tail end of a series they were doing, but he always intertwines Mother's Day. And then we went and had lunch and watched a movie, like I said. Hung out with the in-laws here for a bit, and then just been doing some laundry. Actually, Michaela's laundry, because she hasn't been keeping up on it, so trying to help her out. She's got finals next week, so I know she got a lot on her mind, so it is what it is. And then trying to get myself mentally prepared for work / in the office next week too. So finished doing my laundry, and I got to pack my gym bag and get a few things together. Go to bed soon, man. I'm tired, but fantastic weekend. Obviously, the story of the entire weekend is me randomly yelling 31. I will never let Troy forget it because I saved him. I don't know if I saved him because, but made it a lot better situation. He taught me how to play this really cool slot machine. I ended up winning, I think, $150 on that. So we, not crazy money, but just fun. Ate a lot of good food, had some really good drinks, and had a lot of time. Basically, all Friday we just hung out, for that whole time, which don't typically get to do because he's usually playing cards in a tournament. So he had a chance to play a tournament that night to jump in, I think around 4 o'clock or 6, something like that. Started at 4, could have jumped in by 6, but decided not to, and we just hung out, and I'm glad he didn't. I hope he's glad he didn't, because I just enjoyed the time. It was really cool. It was really fun. I just had a blast. So cheers to the Cherokee weekend. It was fun. Making a couple bucks is good, but money can't, the money's irrelevant to this. Yeah, it was just a good quality time, good food, and Troy being able to see his buddy that he grew up with, but moved away, in the middle of high school. It's probably been 25 years since he's seen him, and a super nice guy, man, like really nice guy. Enjoyed hanging out with him and having drinks with him, and a second dinner basically. We ate at like 6:30, and then we had another meal. I mean, it was 8 hours later, so definitely was a good time. But yeah, hit the road, like I said, got home, and probably didn't go to bed when I should have last night, so still kind of off on all my sleep. Thursday night I probably got the best sleep. Definitely not Friday, definitely not last night hours wise, but enjoy the time. 10 out of 10 would recommend going on a couple day trip with your worst best friend and just having some fun, having some drinks, maybe winning a few bucks, and randomly yelling out the number 31. Such a good story and a memory. It's never happened that I've been a part of. So random that, worst best friend and I are definitely going to get the number 31 in black tattooed somewhere, probably on the back of our arm, just to remember the memory. That's what you do. I'm like Maui, you get tattoos of events in your life. And so randomly 31 will now be it, and I'll have a cool story to tell about it. Canadians just scored again. They're up 5-2 against Buffalo, so they should be up 2-1. Anyways, that's it. Great Cherokee. It wasn't really a weekend. It was a Thursday evening and all day Friday, and then a good weekend. Last night, being able to hang out with Jess, date night, and then Mother's Day. I think she's happy. I think she had a good day, so that's all that matters. And now it's back to reality. But we do get to look forward to in 2 weeks, Memorial Day weekend, we're going to the beach with some friends. So that was kind of a last minute thing that just kind of got added when schedules aligned. So we took full advantage. Jess found an awesome Airbnb. So we're going to head out Friday afternoon. School's done. So, yeah. And so that'll be good. Kayla's done with school on May 20th. So we'll leave that Friday the 22nd. Spend Memorial Day weekend down there eating good food. Hey, buddy. Thanks. You want to say hi? Say hi. Say hi. I'm being a good boy. You may enjoy the patio more than I do, but there's no food up here. All right, guys. That's it. I got to wrap it up. We're hitting on close to 20 minutes. Obviously, I kind of wanted to tell the story, but also had to add in the Mother's Day. And then also, I just do tend to ramble, and it just happens pretty quickly. So anyways, Wedding Crasher. It's the only IPA that I have left. I usually only buy a 4-pack at a time because I'm not drinking as much beer when I'm at home. Pretty good beer, and seems appropriate because I was the best man at Worst Best Friend's wedding last year. So I feel like I crashed his wedding. I don't know. I kind of pulled that out, but that's what we're rolling with. Hoptown. It's a local brewer. It's a good brew. It's a pale ale. I want to say it's like a 6.5, 6.3. So solid, smooth, full flavored. It's probably more of a sipper. Yeah, it was good. It was really good. Thursday evening, Friday, and the weekend as a whole. So back to the grind tomorrow, of course. That never ends. I know Michaela's got a busy week with finals, but we'll be okay. We'll survive it. She'll be done with school soon. And yeah. So cheers. Cheers to Cherokee, good times, and the number 31, and cheers to all you mothers out there. This one's for you. Yeah, it is a good beer. It's a good beer. All right, gotta wrap it up. But Yeah, great times, great memories. And now 31 is one of my favorite numbers. I guess that'll be 15 and 31 now. Cheers. All right, that's it. Until next time.